Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So there are a few things going on. You've got Michael Saylor. Everybody knows he's a Bitcoin guy, like for real. But he's like, yo, Bitcoin's going to be in the millions and MicroStrategy is a big buyer. As if there wasn't enough Terra turmoil, Terra is having an issue with even voting for a fix. Bad execution. We'll get into that. Goldman Sachs economists think that with 1/3 of cryptocurrencies around the world being controlled by U.S. households, that's the crypto dip is not going, or plunge is not going to affect spending. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, it is. I definitely feel that it is. We'll dig into that one because that one's way more interesting. Vitalik Buterin says that the merge or Ethereum merge is bound to happen in August. Barring any unforeseen difficulties, August seems to be it. Tether released its attestation report saying that they are fully backed and liquid. Don't know what that means. Because they say that they are, right? Just putting that out there. SWIFT, the international organization that does the cross-border transactions, they say that they'll be testing CBDCs or central bank digital currencies very soon. That's a very big deal. So let's get started. Michael Saylor. Let me tell you something. I actually like Michael Saylor. The guy's smart. He knows his stuff. And he's done his research and continues to do research. So when I hear him, he's one of the people that I will kind of pay heed to. And he is like, yo, Bitcoin's going to be in the millions. And we're big buyers. And I just sat there and I said, wow, that's pretty cool, right? Because it tells me that there's big money behind crypto as a whole. There's big money behind crypto. And he says MicroStrategy is going to continue to purchase. So I'm kind of hyped with that. Yeah, the market is down, but these are things that are affecting near and long-term future, right? Terra, they were voting on a fix for everything that's going on. And mid-vote, they made major changes to what was being voted on. And it's mid-vote. A bunch of people had already voted. Right? A bunch of people already voted and they made a change. And now, so execution was poor. Now they have to go finish revamping, the proposal and then do the vote over again. But doesn't that actually make it makes me sour on the fact that I don't know that you can execute. You couldn't execute something as simple as a vote. So I don't know. I have my doubts now. I mean, I've had doubts for a little while, but now I've got serious doubts. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out and how it continues. Now, something interesting. Goldman Sachs believes that, or their economists believe that 1/3 of the cryptocurrencies out there is owned by U.S. households. Cool. Okay. Give or take, right? Give or take. Sounds about right. But here's the thing. They're thinking that even with the crypto plunge, the spending habits of those U.S. households are not really being affected by crypto. And I'm sitting back and I'm kind of going, yeah, it is. But you can't look at it, as far as I'm concerned, you can't look at it as a single thing in terms of what's going to affect the U.S. household. If crypto's going down, stock market's going down, inflation is going up, gas prices are killing us. I'm just saying there's a lot going on that's going to go into that mix of what's going to affect the U.S. household. Now, you've got New York beginning to lock down again. You have Broadway. The union that represents the actors on Broadway, the whole space down there on Broadway, Broadway shows, stuff we all love. They're like, listen, you want to come see a show? You better wear a mask. This is just the beginning. I think it's going to get worse. And it's going to get worse at a time when people thought they were finally going to be able to get out. And I think you're going to start to see people popping up wearing masks like all over the place. You're going to start seeing stores say people need to wear masks if they're going to come in. It's getting worse. New York cases in New York State are picking up. Cases around the country are picking up. More hospitalizations are happening again. So it's all over again because United States people, citizens couldn't just get it right the first time and just bite the bullet, wear the mask, get the boosters, get the shots, all that stuff all at once. All of that combined is going to affect spending. If I thought that I was purchasing crypto, investing in crypto, because that's going to be my future, it's going to affect my freaking spending if I see that go down and realize, oh crap, I better go and start saving some cash too. That's going to affect my spending. Just saying. So I don't know that I agree with, the Goldman Sachs economists. Now, those people are very smart, very well educated, very knowledgeable. I still don't agree with them. Vitalik Buterin, this is good news. So he believes that the Ethereum merge can happen in August, barring any unforeseen circumstances. That's actually pretty cool. I think that is a future look at positive news. So a tiny itty bitty little positive news now. And I think in August, when that happens, that's going to be bigger positive news. Something to keep in the back of your mind as you're moving forward and doing DCA as I am. Now, Tether. Tether released its attestation report, and they say that their reserves are fine, they're fully backed, and they're liquid. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, you say you're fully backed, you say you're liquid. Do you know what an attestation report is? It's when you attest to something. It's when you say the sky is blue. You're attesting that the sky is blue, and and without being able to see it, we have to trust that the sky is blue. But you're only saying that. You're not showing us that the sky is blue, like walking us outside and showing us the sky is blue. That ought to tell you how I feel about Tether's attestation report. Just saying. Just saying. SWIFT. Now, this organization is in charge of moving money cross-border around the world. And they have been working with Capgemini to create a system that would be able to do that with CBDCs. If you don't know what those are central bank digital currencies. So now imagine how fast you'd be able to move that money around. Yeah, it's crypto. It's crypto, okay? It's crypto, but it's fiat crypto. That's how I look at it. It's fiat crypto. Cool. I did a video a little while ago about what the ISO 222 is and why it's important, and what other currencies are abiding by that ISO 222 regulation, or standard rather. It's a standard. And that's the same standard that SWIFT is abiding by. Just putting that out there for you. Just putting that out there for you. So if you're looking for a secure way to move money, and SWIFT is following that standard, and these 5 cryptos are also following that standard, I can do this in a decentralized fashion, or I can use SWIFT, which is a centralized fashion. Just putting that out there. So there are things that can happen. It makes you wonder, well, is SWIFT as, if you do, for country to country transactions, makes sense, right? But is SWIFT going to be as important as it has been? I'm interested in following that. That's what I'm interested in. Anyway, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get into the numbers because there's actually a lot going on, and I wanted to touch on a couple of things. So here is the fear and greed index, and we're still at 13. Yesterday we were at 13. Today we're still at 13. So we're still in extreme fear, dead smack in the center of extreme fear, but pent up energy, pent up positivity for what's going forward. There's a lot of infrastructure going on, being built out to be prepared for the future. I told you, my company we are a hair away from making a major announcement about our hosting company and what we're doing. And that's going to be huge, huge. But I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at, how the market was doing today. and what was going on. And I'm still saying, you see the bands that I have? You see the bands that I have? So yeah, it came down. Didn't go past that band though. Look at that. 28,523. Didn't go past that. Came down into the 28s and came back up above 29,000. So again, still moving sideways. Still moving sideways. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, more, right? I'm looking for some positive upside. And I think that there's enough positive energy that that's going to happen very soon. Very, very soon. Because my thought process is we could already be in a recession, unofficial recession. If it doesn't happen now or this year, it will happen, I believe, in early 2023. And that's going to cause people to scramble again and figure out additional ways to make money. As they figure out additional ways to make money, that's the opportunity for more businesses to happen. And there are a couple of ways that you start your business. It's too expensive to start accepting credit cards, too many hoops to jump through to start accepting credit cards directly. So what do? You go to PayPal. Now, if you want all your money, you'll turn to crypto. 2.9% versus, getting 97.1% versus getting 100%. Where are you going to go? This is where I would go. Don't think you can get 100%? Like I said, we'll have a major announcement later on. Or pretty close to 100%. So close to 100% that you might as well call it 100% just because of rounding. Yeah, we'll have that announcement a little later this month. Just a little. I promise. Just a little later this month. But that's a big deal to be able to say that we're still within this band. That's a big deal. Somewhere between 28.5 and 31.4, that's where we are. I'm waiting for a breakout above 32, like 32.7, where I have there. And if there's a bust down, some people are saying 24, but my ring is going to come in at 25,372. That's where I'm going to see that hit, because look at that. That's why. Now, if you're looking at cryptocurrencies as a whole, I can't keep saying this, but everything's on sale. And right now there happens to be a super sale. BTC is below 30,000. Ethereum is below 2,000. There are a lot of really good coins out here, and they're all really far off of their highs. Now is a time that you could be looking to make purchases. Now, if you're a Doge fan, I went out and I got some Doge. If you're a Doge fan, I'm not really a fan, but I kind of like Doge. But, Elon's been mucking up. So what's going on with Doge? No yappity yap that makes Doge pop a little bit. Because he's got turmoil with Tesla stock dropped. He's making all kinds of noise with Twitter, not really focusing there and trying to make that deal happen. Negotiating. I don't think he's negotiating in good faith. I think he's using all kinds of antics to try to cajole his way into something or out of something. Pay attention to that. As well as, well, he's got some people saying that he's been a little bit of a bad boy. Don't know what that is? Go look it up. It's all right there in the news. Hit today. It's all over Reddit. So you should pay attention. So that means that Doge hasn't had any positive news as of late. A lot of coins have not had a lot of positive news as of late. Ethereum today with that news that, hey, merge might happen in August this year. That could be good news. CBDCs being tested, this year with Swift is a big deal. Because next year, everybody's going to be moving over to the ISO 222 standard with regard to Swift. And that means money between countries is going to transfer quickly. There'll also be regulation about stable coins. On top of that, you have 5 coins right now that are ISO 222 compliant, and some of them are actually on that board. So I think there's going to be a lot of big and positive movement. Like I said, there's going to be a choice between Swift and decentralized transactions. And I think the space for decentralized transactions are going to grow in a major fashion. Just thought I'd put that out there for you. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. If you like what I'm saying, like what I'm doing, do me a favor, hit the like button, definitely subscribe, and absolutely, please, greatly appreciate it, hit the notification bell so you know every time I drop a new video. Anyway, hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.